Hello learners, welcome to Constant Learners. The topic for today's video is foreign keys. Before we begin, I'd like to request you to please subscribe to the channel and push the notification bell so that you can get notified every time I post a new video. Alright, let's get started. Now, we have already discussed keys. Keys are nothing but attributes, right? And foreign key could be either a single attribute or a set of attributes. Set of attributes means a combination of two or more attributes that helps us to link or connect two or more tables together. That means the job of foreign key is actually to build the relationships between entities. We know that in a database, there are multiple entities, right? And the data stored inside these entities has to be somehow related to one another, and foreign key helps us to build these relationships. Alright, now foreign key takes reference from primary key in another table. This is a very important statement, that foreign key takes reference from primary key in another table. So the hero of this entire show is actually the primary key. Why? We will understand that in a bit. But we need to understand that primary key is actually the link between the two tables. But when we are using primary key from one table in another table, then in that case, it is known as the foreign key. Let's understand this with an example. Here we have two tables. One is the students table and the other one is the department table. Alright. Now, in the department table, we have the department ID, which is the primary key. We have the department name and the heads of the department, right? And in the students table, we have the student ID as the primary key. We have the student name and their phone number. Now, we need to link these two tables together in a form that we need to understand, or we need to notify which student is studying in which department, right? And to build this relationship between the students and the departments, we are using this primary key in the students table here, right? So we are using this primary key from here into the students table. And this is how we are creating a link or a relationship between these two tables. Now, we just said that primary key from one table is used as an attribute in another table, and this is nothing but the foreign key. So now, in the students table, this department ID is the foreign key. Alright, so when the primary key from one table is used as an attribute in another table, we call it as the foreign key, right? Now, this foreign key here is referencing to this table, the department table, because it is originally coming from the department table. Alright, I'm saying that again. This foreign key here in the students table, this foreign key is referencing to this primary key in the department table. Alright, and thus the department table is known as the base table or the parent table or the referenced table. Why referenced table? Because the reference is being taken from this department table. That is why this is the referenced table. And the students table, which is actually referencing to another table's primary key, is known as the child table, or it is known as the referencing table, because it is referencing to another primary key in another table. Alright, I hope that until now everything was clear. Now, let's say Raju is studying in the EC department. So here in the department ID, we will get D03, right? EC's department ID is D03. Then let's say Fatima is studying in CS department. So here we will get D01, correct? Tina is, let's say, in the IT department, which is department ID is D02. Alright. Now Sakshi is a little confused. She doesn't want to take CS, IT or EC. She wants to go for mechanical engineering. Alright. And the college is still thinking about adding a new department in the college, which is mechanical engineering. And the department ID for that would be D04. Would be. It has not yet been added. They are just thinking about it, right? It has not been added in this table here. D04 has not been added in this table here, right? So can we write D04 here in front of Sakshi's data? Can we add D04 in department ID? No, we cannot. Why can't we? Because it is still not been added in the parent or the referenced table. Since a data is not present in the primary key of the parent table, it can also not be added in the foreign key of the referencing table. I'm saying that again. If a data value has not been added in the primary key of the referenced or the parent table, then it cannot be added in the child table, that is foreign key of the child or referencing table also. But we can definitely keep the cell empty. So since Sakshi has not decided on her field yet, we are going to keep this cell as null. So what do we understand from this? That foreign key can accept null values. Correct? Now let's say Sara is also in the CS department. So here the department ID will be D01. So here also we are getting D01 and here also we are getting D01, but that is fine. There will be many students who will have the same department. So what do we understand from this? That foreign key may or may not be unique. It's not mandatory that foreign key is going to have all unique or all different values. Alright? And these 2 points are nothing but referential integrity. What is this? This is referential integrity. And we've already discussed referential integrity in the integrity constraints video. I'm going to link that video in the description box. If you haven't watched it, please watch it. That is one of the most important topics related to the keys. So this is referential integrity, that foreign keys can accept null values and they may or may not be unique. Now, why do we need foreign keys? What is the purpose? So first one is to build the relationship between two or more entities, right? Also, it helps us to prevent data repetition. Like here, since we already have this department table, in this department table, we have department ID, we have the department name, and we have the head of the department. So we don't need to add both of these columns everywhere with the students table. Otherwise, here 2 columns would get added. One is the department name and another is the head of the department, right? So the repetition of data gets reduced. We can simply use the primary key from a table in the form of a foreign key, right? And the repetition of data can be avoided. This is a small table, small database, and thus it looks easy. But in case of huge databases with multiple tables and multiple columns, this can get very complicated. So that was all for foreign keys. In the next video, we are going to study cardinality, that is the types of relationships between different entities. And that is again going to use the foreign keys. So I hope that this concept was very well clear to you. If it wasn't, if you have any doubts, you can write them in the comment section below. If you have any suggestions, you can write those also in the comment section. If this video helped you, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel, and thank you so much for watching.